Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the Popsicleknight channel. Are you tired of facing off against the Lost Box? Well, I've got just the deck for you, presenting Lugia VSTAR from the Silver Tempest expansion set and Greedent VMAX. So the way this works is that we will have Greedent VMAX use its attack, turn a profit. For 2 colorless energy, this attack deals 30 damage. However, if you end up knocking out a basic Pokemon with this attack, you can take 2 extra prize cards. So as long as we can knock out 2 Pokemon in the Lost Box build, you can easily take all 6 prizes. The reason why Greedent VMAX works so well with Lugia VSTAR is that we can set up Archeops to add more damage to Greedent VMAX attack. How can we do this? Well, Lugia VSTAR has the VSTAR power ability Summoning Star. During your turn, you may put up to 2 colorless non-rule box Pokemon from your discard pile straight to your bench. And we're going to use this ability mainly to get 1 or 2 of the stage 2 Archeops into play, ultimately skipping its pre-evolution line. Archeops is very powerful because of its ability Primal Turbo. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 special energy cards and attach them to 1 of your Pokemon. So now with the help of Archeops to accelerate powerful energy, which adds 20 more damage dealt by your colorless type Pokemon, you can increase the attack damage output of Turn a Profit anywhere from 50 to 110 damage. With this, you can easily take 3 prizes just by knocking out 1 Comfey, which only has 70 HP. Sableye is also a good target since it only has 80 HP, and it's even possible to knock out Cramorant with its 110 HP. So you only really need to get 2 knockouts to win the game. Greedent VMAX's second attack is also really good. For 3 colorless energy, Max Gimme Gimme deals 160 damage, and then you draw 3 cards. It is worth noting that I'm using this Greedent V as its pre-evolution just because of its crunch attack. For 2 colorless energy, this attack deals 40 damage, but you also discard 1 energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. I just thought that this is a really great disruption option. Lugia VSTAR though is also a great attacker. It has the attack Tempest Dive. For 4 colorless energy, this attack deals 220 damage, and then you may choose to discard a Stadium in play. So this will be our main attacker against bulkier opponents. I'm also using Radiant Alakazam with its Painful Spoons ability, so you can move up to 2 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another one of their Pokemon. Being able to move damage between your opponent's Pokemon may just help you to get the needed damage on Greedent VMAX target so that you can get a knockout with Turn a Profit. We're also using Dunsparce in this build with its Mysterious Nest ability to remove your colorless Pokemon's weakness. As for the other cards worth noting, I have 1 copy of Canceling Cologne. This is great against Miltank or Duraludon, but I only have 1 copy in this deck, so use it wisely. And finally, I also have Leafy Camo Poncho. That way Greedent VMAX will be immune to boss's orders. This is important so that your opponent cannot get 3 prizes for knocking it out. As for the rest of the special energies, Double Turbo Energy acts as 2 colorless energy, however it will reduce your attack by 20 damage. And I also have V-Guard energies. While the effect of this energy does not stack, this will help reduce damage from attack from a Pokemon V by 30 damage. One challenge I've had with this deck is running out of energies, so I would advise you not to discard your energies callously, and that you should only attach them to your Pokemon when you really need to use them. And just be wary of losing your tempo. Even just having 1 Archeops actually would suffice. Overall, this build is actually a pretty solid list, and I'm really happy with its consistency. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below. And now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Lugia VSTAR with Greedent VMAX. Before we get into the video, I just want to give a shout out and thank you to our newest sponsor and friend to this channel, TCGVee. Users will be able to buy and sell Pokemon TCG online codes with each other instantly, so please be sure to show your support to TCGVee. Links will be in the description below. Alright, let's get right into our first match, and today guys, we are going to do some Lost Box hunting. So that's our goal today, and whatever matches we face, we're gonna try and win that too. So alright, we're gonna start with a Greedent V in the active spot. We're going against a Mew VMAX build. So this one, Greedent VMAX can attack, and since Greedent VMAX has a lot of HP, we might be able to tank a few hits, but most definitely we will have to use our Lugia VSTAR to deal some knockout damage against a Mew VMAX, which we have the potential to do so, but being able to set up as soon as possible can be a little tricky since it takes us 2 turns to get our Archeops into play. So let's go ahead and just get an Archeops with this Evolution Incense, and what we need to do is not die, right? So let's go ahead and get rid of these two, and then I'm gonna set up a Lugia V. I think it's the best option here, and put this and the powerful energy, and I'm just gonna draw 5 cards here. We have no other choice. We might lose our Greedent V, but we have really no other choice because Mew VMAX can just set up so quickly. Let's put our Dunsparce in the bench as well, and I'm just gonna pass. Yeah, Mew VMAX can just attack for a deadly blow. If, for example, it's a Meloetta build, they can even deal 200 plus damage on their very first turn going second. So now it is their second turn, and they have one Mew VMAX fully evolved with a bunch of Fusion Strike energy, and if they have a Meloetta, they can deal a lot of damage, and even with Techno Blast, copying their Genesect V's attack can knock out our Greedent V. That's gonna get them their first 2 prizes. But they attack for 100 damage for some reason. I'm not sure why that happened, but okay. I'm just going to evolve into my Lugia VSTAR. Alright. I am confused right now, but that should have been a knockout. Let's go ahead and use Zinnia's Resolve. And then I'm just going to use Summoning Star to get this one Archeops into play. And alright, cool. We got 2 powerful energies. I think we will need 2 powerful energies. So that's 220. Oh no, we actually only need 1. Think about it. So I'll just get a guard, V-Guard energy. And then we can still hit for a knockout here because we do have Choice Belt equipped to our Lugia VSTAR. So we can deal a 1-hit knockout, dealing 310 damage against their Mew VMAX. So we got our Lost City, an Ultra Ball, and also Professor's Research. So it's a good start for us. We got our first 3 prizes. I mean, my opponent could have gotten 2 prizes from our Greedent V, but they didn't take that opportunity, so I'm not sure what happened there, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I'll take it. Alright, so they lost 2 Fusion Strike energies, which means even if they have Meloetta, that's not going to make a big difference. So most likely they're just going to use their Genesect V's attack to copy Techno Blast to deal 210 plus damage. Okay, 240 with Power Tablet. So if they have a Choice Belt and another power Tablet, they could knock out our Lugia VSTAR. Otherwise, our Lugia VSTAR will survive. And if Lugia VSTAR survives, we can just 1-hit knock out their Mew VMAX. And that's how the story goes. So there's the Choice Belt. I'm not sure if they have another Power Tablet available, but as of right now, they're hitting for how much damage? 210, 240, 270. So they're short 10 damage from knocking out my Lugia VSTAR. Yeah, there it is. Oh no, 240. So they don't have a Power Tablet, so 240 is what they get. And we're just going to win this game by putting 1 more Power Tablet on our Lugia VSTAR. We're just going to hit for Tempest Dive. 310 damage, knocking out their Mew VMAX for the win. So there you have it, against a Mew VMAX with this build. Let's move on to our next match. We're still looking for our Lost Box matchup. And hopefully we can showcase our Greedent VMAX as soon as possible. That way we can just show you how powerful Greedent VMAX is, especially with Lost Zone box running around. Let's go ahead and discard our Archeops, get our Greedent V, put a powerful energy, and the camouflage camo, and this Snom could be our target actually. If we can get our Snorlax out of the active spot, since they can't evolve this turn anyways, because it's their first turn going second, we could evolve into a Greedent VMAX and knock out their Snom. Get 3 prizes for that, easy. So it looks like we're going up against Articuno Paralysis effect, which could be detrimental to the strategy of our build, since if they can incapacitate us and we cannot recover from paralysis, they can just continue to attack and then we could lose the game that way. But let's see what we could do here. We can evolve into our Greedent VMAX. We can put our Radiant Alakazam into play, and then I can use Ultra Ball to get rid of these two. I can use Marnie to actually draw into a switch. But then again, we won't be able to get a knockout here, so I mean, yeah, let me boss their Snom. Maybe they can't evolve it. If they cannot, we could just knock it out. So hopefully they can't get it out of the active spot. Because 2 things, they need to energize their Articuno for paralysis. If not, if they don't have any switch, they have to energize their Snom so that they can get it out of the active spot. And with their Shady Dealings Drizzile, they're gonna get Irida, which they can get any water type Pokemon from their deck, and then any item cards, which by the way will be nerfed. Irida will no longer be able to get tool cards after the rotation next year, because tool cards will be its own category. So Irida will only be able to get item cards but not tool cards. So this matchup, we have a few targets to target. If we can get Archeops into play, we can hit enough damage and be able to even knock out their Articuno. So what I'm gonna do here is just use Evolution Incense to get my Lugia VSTAR, evolve that, and then we can finally put our 2 Archeops into play, and then we can put more powerful energies onto our Greedent VMAX while putting double turbo energy on Lugia VSTAR. So we only have 1 powerful energy left in our deck. 1 is prized. Hopefully, once we knock out this Snom for 3 prizes, we can get it. And then, let's use Marnie. See what we get here. Okay. And then we're just gonna attack. Turn a Profit, dealing 90 damage. And there's our powerful energy. It's amazing. Alright, cool. So we got powerful energy, Aurora energy, Lost City. And they're going to present their Articuno in the active spot. They will paralyze us though. That's the thing. We will not be able to attack. So we'll need to switch out our active as much as possible. But with my opponent with a full... they're board with full of Pokemon, we might be able to draw into our switch using Zinnia's Resolve. And we're not too worried about Vulpix VSTAR either, because we don't have any abilities on our Greedent VMAX, so we can just use that to knock it out. But there's the paralysis. We're just gonna use Zinnia's Resolve. We don't need these 2. Look at that, guys. 2 switch. Their Articuno receives damage from attacking anyways. We don't even need these powerful energies, to be honest with you. Turn a Profit for the win, guys. There it is. That's how fast Greedent VMAX builds are. It's insane. So anyways, good game. Alright, moving on to our next match. Still looking for that Lost Zone box. Will we finally get a chance to face against one? Alright, we got one. We got one. So the first thing we got to set up, of course, is our Greedent V. And I think I'm going to sacrifice one Marnie and Serena. And then we can get our Greedent V into play. Put this Camouflage. And then we're just going to Gormandize. So you don't want to put double turbo energy on your Greedent because that's going to lower its attack damage output. So as much as possible, avoid double turbo energy. That's only for Lugia VSTAR so that you can fully energize its attack. Because it does require 4 colorless energy to attack with Lugia VSTAR. But yeah, this Lost Zone box is going to be easy for us. All we need to do is target 2 of their Comfey, and we can win this match or this game. So we're hitting for 30 damage. We need at least 2 powerful energies on our Greedent VMAX to be able to knock out one of their Comfeys. And Cramorant actually only has 110 HP. So if we have access to 4 powerful energies, and then we can set up our Archeops to accelerate all those energies to our Greedent VMAX, we might be able to knock out Cramorant even. So they're going to attack for 110 damage, but not quite enough to knock out our Snorlax. So we are okay with that. And what we're going to do is just get Archeops. We can discard it using Aurora Energy or even Professor's Research because we need to draw into a lot more cards here. But we're going to go for Aurora Energy for now. And I'm just going to Marnie because I don't want to risk having to lose some of the cards that we might need later on. And then what we're going to do here is get another Archeops. We can discard these 2. And then we can set up Lugia V. Then we're just going to Gormandize. So we're not going to put the Lost City. We might lose our Snorlax into the Lost Zone. So we don't want that to happen. And yeah, so we got this. Gormandize got us our Greedent VMAX, Lugia VSTAR, and we can use our ability as long as my opponent doesn't have any way to disable our abilities. But that's why Lost City is actually good for us to reserve in our hand in case they have it. And also, if my opponent happens to use Temple of Sinnoh, which nullifies all effects of special energies, that's going to help us to get rid of that stadium. They're going to use Escape Rope, so we're just going to present our Radiant Alakazam in the active spot. We have a switch, so we should be safe. We have 1 powerful energy available to us in our hand. We can put that on our Greedent V, and then Greedent VMAX to evolve into next turn. And wouldn't you know it, there's Path to the Peak, but that's okay. We are okay with that. To evolve into our Lugia VSTAR, evolve into Greedent VMAX, and then we're going to play our Lost City. Now we can use our Summoning Star to get both of our Archeops into play, and we can even fully energize our Greedent VMAX. But we have 1 powerful energy prize, so we're not going to deal 110 damage, unfortunately. So that's a bummer. We could have gotten 3 prizes here already. But let's see what we could do. Just gonna start energizing my Lugia VSTAR then. That's the case, and I'm just gonna attack with Lugia VSTAR. We'll get one. We'll get 1 prize here, and we are not going to remove our stadium, and that actually puts their Cramorant in the Lost Zone. And wouldn't you know it, there's the Temple of Sinnoh. That's okay. We are gonna reserve our Lost City so that we can bump that out, which will make a big difference. But okay, well, they're just gonna pass. So what we're gonna do here is, since they don't have really any other attackers right now, what I could do is just put this energy on Lugia VSTAR and just knock out their Comfey, and we're gonna remove their stadium, right? Get an Aurora Energy, that's fine. And having 2 powerful energies on Greedent VMAX is actually enough to get rid of one of their Comfeys to get us 3 prizes. So if we can knock out one more Comfey here, and most likely they'll have another one, wouldn't you know it? There, there it is. And if we can get one more powerful energy from our prize, we can even knock out one of their Sableye if they put it into play. So at least we have that strategy going here. And it's putting a lot of pressure on our opponent, for sure. So they might be thinking, okay, we're losing 1 prize every time, and okay, they're gonna use Cross Switcher. They're probably reserving maybe Radiant Charizard here to get a big knockout in the end, but we're not gonna let that happen, hopefully. So whether or not they get a knockout here will be entirely up to them, but we can just knock out one more Pokemon with our Lugia VSTAR, and then we can deal that final blow with our Greedent VMAX to one of their Comfeys. So we're just gonna reserve our Lost City for now. That way we can get a full full power with our Turn a Profit attack. Let me use my ordinary route first though. Let's get Alakazam back. And then, yeah, we're just gonna Tempest Dive 220, and then yes, we're gonna get rid of their Temple of Sinnoh, and then we get one more prize, and that's gonna be it. We got our powerful energy, guys. We got our powerful energy, and that's gonna be enough to knock out even their Sableye. So as of right now, our Greedent VMAX is only dealing 70 damage. Okay, they're gonna use Escape Rope, but I'll just present my Snorlax in the active spot. Most likely that's gonna be their target, and most likely they're just gonna put a bunch of damage counter to our Archeops, which is easier to knock out with their Sableye. But that's alright. Getting Snorlax out of there is actually gonna help us out, and that's gonna be game. And there it is. That's how you win against a Lost Box with Greedent VMAX. We'll just put this powerful energy on our Greedent VMAX, Turn a Profit for the win. Good game. Good game, man. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to smash the like button for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.